I used to take like 35 supplements back in the 80s. I've always felt like extremely healthy. I've always gone to the gym and always crazy active. I'm extremely hyper.
In terms of important supplements, I would put Go-To Cola and omega-3s, of course, at the top of my list. I always take those.
I've been on rapamycin now over 3 years, I think. And it's great. I don't know if I necessarily look younger from taking rapamycin, but I'll tell you the way I felt 3 years ago, I still feel exactly the same. I feel like I haven't even aged in 3 years.
I work at night as to avoid the sun most of the time. But
Vitamin D.
I do, take vitamin D. My vitamin D is actually too high according to my doctor, but I'll leave it where it is. And then I do the red light therapy often.
This might be the most important interview that I've ever done on this show. Some of you might know I started out by interviewing rejuvenation Olympics athletes. The whole idea of interviewing people who are trying to reverse their biological age is to find someone who are the most successful in this adventure. The older someone is, the better they are doing in biological aging clocks, the more interesting those people are. Today, I have with me Angela and Devin. Angela is 71-year-old, but with a pheno age of 51.3 years old and number 4 on the Longevity World Cup. Devin is also a longevity athlete. You guys seem to be into longevity and it's a family endeavor. Tell me about why is this family involved in this longevity craziness?
Well, you started out with that going to the church of Perpetual Life.
That's more recent. You
Yeah.
started it in the 80s, taking
Well, yeah, I
30 supplements
I
a day.
did. I used to take like 35 supplements back in the 80s. I know it's crazy. I started seeing a nutritionalist. Yeah, I was trying to get pregnant, and I just got very involved with my vitamin routine because he said taking a multivitamin wasn't that beneficial. You're not getting enough milligrams per, well, whatever vitamin that you're looking to take, right? So if I'm taking vitamin C and I'm only getting a small amount, I figured, okay, I'll take each one individually, and that's how it bloomed into such a wide array of vitamins. And then I would try new vitamins. I tried pycnogenol, which I had never even heard of, and most people still don't know, which was great. It's sort of comparable a little bit to maybe resveratrol, right, from grapeseed. What was another one? Shark cartilage was popular back then, but I kind of veered away from that. And spirulina, and there was all these new things that I had to try. And I've always felt like extremely healthy. I've always gone to the gym and always crazy active. I'm extremely hyper. And then,
And she would take me shopping, and I would see all these things, and I'd have like a review of all the supplements that are out at any given time. So I kind of was aware of where things were going from way back then.
yeah, then you just really, I very slowly over the years, I don't take quite as many. I still do take a lot of supplements, maybe not 35. I think you take about 30.
At least.
And yeah, maybe more.
Definitely more.
And it's because of me that he's this vitamin guru that he's become. And he's even suggested, Mom, you should be taking this, or, I just said he. But and that's how it all started back in the 80s. Still doing it to this day. I feel great. I go to the gym a couple of days a week,
And then
work like
I
crazy.
found out about Perpetual Life, which is the life extension church here in Florida. And I started going 10 years ago. I found out about metformin and all these sort of common interventions there, and I adopted them pretty quickly. And so about 10 years now, I had a lot of their protocol as my own, plus my own personal adaptations to it.
Tell me about that. What is the Life Extension Church?
Perpetual life.
Yeah, so Perpetual Life was founded in Hollywood, Florida, and it's since moved to Pompano. They have about 100 people per service. They invite people from the life extension industry. Liz Parrish and Aubrey de Grey have spoken there. It's, pretty well respected, and you get to find out about the latest research and things that are happening in life extension. They also clue you into the statistics around these things. So they'll tell you, metformin will reduce certain cancer risk by up to like 60% or something like that, so that you can be aware of the pros. of these different interventions, as well as any potential side effects. And I've used that to inform some of my choices, and then I've taken some things, left some things, depending on whether or not they work for me, if I see any results. And then I've taken to using epigenetic testing and the phenoage also as a way of determining whether or not I'm making progress.
Okay, so so far all I'm hearing is that it's a little community of people who are interested in longevity, but like what's the church, the religion aspect of it?
Oh, it's founded on Fyodorov, Russian cosmism. Fundamentally, it's trying to realize the goal of curing aging and creating a biological immortality and reality. But we can do that through science and very slow progression of clinical trials and research so that we can figure out all the different aspects. And, I think we've made quite a bit of progress in 10 years. So the news seems to be getting better every month when I go in. And there's different people there who have different, the politics of anti-aging. People advocate for different things. So you have people representing all these different schools of thought around aging, the mitochondrial theory of aging people there, and the people who just think exercise will do everything. And then, the diet people or the vegans, everybody has their sort of interest that they're pushing there. And you can see every month the news will come out and some people will see that their statistic is, improving, and they'll be like, yeah, we were right all along, that sort of thing. So it's kind of a funny, um, debate among the community at the same time as we get to see each other every month as well. So it creates the community. And also, cryonics is a big interest among people at this church. So you have a lot of cryonicists who sign up and then use the community as a way of networking because, if say you're defrosted in 2040 or something, at least you have some friends who are from your peer group.
Tell them about Las Vegas that we just
Oh
went.
yeah, we also went to
Big
Rad
Vegas.
Fest, and a lot of the people from Perpetual Life also go to Rad Fest, so we had a lot of familiar faces in Las Vegas this year.
Oh
That was
yeah, I
that
see.
was great. I went all them same group.
Yeah, and I knew most of the speakers because they had already come to Perpetual Life in
Exactly.
Florida, so
But that was a great. That
a
was
lot of them recognized me because I had met them, pretty recently or up to 10 years prior. Aubrey de Grey was here 10 years ago.
and
I
we
see, I see.
and we met the guy that's number one in the longevity study.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Also, we got to meet David Pascoe also.
Yeah, yeah, he told me about you guys as
Oh,
well.
yeah, no, that's so funny.
Actually, Dave was the one who was like demanding me to interview you, Angela, finally, because
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Everybody was always trying to talk to him, and I didn't really get a
Yeah, he was very popular.
chance to talk to him.
But I saw him at the breakfast and we got to chat for a little while. And then a couple times after, but he's so busy.
Yeah, he's everybody's always around him. Everybody wanting to talk to him. It's great.
And Matt
That's
Matt Taberline was there too also, so we got to see him in the hallway.
oh yeah, nice,
great.
nice. I just had a discussion with him like 2 episodes ago. All right, let me ask about you, Angela. Perhaps the best place to start would be the beginning, which is your early life. Can you
Okay.
tell me about that?
Do you mean just growing up as a kid? That early?
Just growing up as a kid.
I'm from New York. I was a gymnast when I was young, so I've always been extremely athletic. Love it. I
Oh
love
yeah.
sports, and yeah, I do. I love it. Then I moved to Florida. I'm a musician. So my husband and I moved to Florida because there was more work here, tourism. We worked a lot in New York, but it was cold and moving the equipment at night when it's freezing. I thought, wow, sunny Florida. Coming to Florida, we like immediately started working like 6 nights a week, but the weather was beautiful. And guys, and we barely were out of work. I mean, we worked all the way until Devin's dad passed away. We were never out of work as musicians, singers, and that was basically my life. And I always kept myself in good shape because I'm in front of the people every night. You have to look like something while you're up there singing every night. So I'd keep myself in good shape. I would go to the gym. I would eat right and stay out of the sun because you're in Florida. And then, as Devin got older and he got involved with vitamins and health, and he suggested to me to take rapamycin. and joined this rapamycin study. And that's how I got involved with
The Pearl trial.
the Pearl trial and the rapamycin study, which I've been on rapamycin now over 3 years, I think. And it's great. I don't know if I necessarily look younger from taking rapamycin, but I'll tell you the way I felt 3 years ago, I still feel exactly the same. I feel like I haven't even aged in 3 years. And I've oh,
I think you've improved.
well, maybe I have. I don't know. Oh, but another little side note, another thing that I do, we had bought a bed and breakfast years ago, and we renovated this house from 1957. And my sister and I, and even Devin did some of the work. We renovated the entire house just ourselves. I did all the tile work, the painting. My sister did the plumbing. I mean, we put in walls and doors, and I love it. As a matter of fact, this is a job I have to do after I hang up with you. I'm going next door to pressure clean my, my neighbor's patio. Yesterday, I was on the roof. I own a motor home, and this guy that's living in it is just not that well. So I was on the roof yesterday doing repairs on the motor home. I just I love it. I probably should have been maybe
She has
car.
more energy than me at 71.
Yeah, I got home. I was like wired when I got home. I when I'm doing projects like that, I just love it. My second husband, when I was married to him, he had a little handyman business,
And he was a bodybuilder.
and he was a bodybuilder. Yes, so I went to the gym, and then we did all kinds of handyman work, and I just like, guys, I love this stuff. I just do, and that was my life.
Her mitochondria should be cloned for therapeutic purposes.
Then I raised parrots for a while. I raised exotic parrots, and yeah, just like I can't have enough going on, enough even chaos in my life. I love it. I love like right now. I just got to find something to do. That's the way I am, and I've always been like that. I have to say, family wise, my parents, my father lived to be 90. He broke his neck. He probably would still be alive today. And my mother ended up getting cancer at 85, but up to 85 years old, she was extremely hyper, jumping all over the place. But for myself, I have to say, I think I'm in, even though my mother was very energetic. I think I'm in better physical shape than my mother was. I think I have a more youthful look than she had at the same age.
And she actually
But
didn't die from cancer. She died from complications due to,
oh yeah,
yeah, excessive chemo.
yeah, they gave her an extra
She
chemo.
was actually in remission.
Yeah, and they said, "Oh, let's do one more chemo just to make sure." Meanwhile, she's 85. She really needed another chemo treatment, so they actually killed her. Really.
You know what's interesting is that I'm always interviewing people in one-on-one, and when I do that, I can dive deep in their psyche, with some philosophical questions and stuff like that. But when with this dynamic, I'm finding it a bit different because now we have two family members here, and that means
It's okay. You can hard press my mom.
That's okay. I actually talk more than he does, so you can just talk to me. I just tell him to be quiet.
Yeah, one at a time is fine.
well, all right. So before I go on to your routines and stuff like that, which are going to be really interesting, I want to pick your mind a little bit about what's your world view is. I can see you're a pretty open person, open for the Church of
Perpetual life.
Perpetual Life. All
Yes.
right. That means you're not religious, or are you?
I'm more spiritual. Yeah, I'm kind of religious. I don't go to church though. I have my religious
Yeah, I'm
beliefs.
I'm the one who attends Perpetual Life more often. I've pretty much never missed a meeting in 10 years.
All right, but okay, so is this that kind of religion, like that you call yourself religious because you're attending a perpetual life meeting?
It's a transhumanist church, so I would consider myself a transhumanist.
Okay.
So it's a cultural, it's for the community for me. It's not a religious experience per se.
I almost feel like it's a church as well because it's a gathering of people
Yeah,
together
yeah.
thinking about what you're talking about, what you
Yeah, for
actually hold.
like-minded people. That's
Right.
that's that's the
So
purpose.
how they'll call it a church.
Transhumanism.
Explain transhumanism.
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead.
Uh, okay. I think it's a general philosophy of improving or going beyond what's traditionally considered human. So an extension of humanism through technology, and that includes, for most people anyway, life extension, longevism. But for other people, it's uploading your mind to the cloud. It could be any number of things. I'm personally interested in biological immortality over technological immortality. So if I have to fall back on technology, that's fine, I guess. But in the meantime, try to preserve what I've got.
Yeah, it's a reasonable strategy. Angela, what do you think about transhumanism?
I've only been to the church like 3 times. It's interesting. I'm not all about the cryogenics and everything that he's into. Maybe it's the age gap.
It's quite an age gap.
I didn't just didn't grow up that way. It's sort of, I know it's new, and I don't know. Maybe if I'm alive in 10 years, maybe I'll feel differently.
I'm sure you will be. But
I don't.
also, she goes to the important meetings. I clue her in when there's going to be something very profound happening. And hopefully, she'll come with me this month because they're going to be talking about the Yamanaka factor trials in primates. So that'll be informative. I'd love to get her into the human trials for that.
Oh gosh. What
All right.
next? I'm
Okay.
his little guinea pig. Stick needles in me. All right.
So, so the Yamanaka factors are actually happening. It's a very very old thing, right? I didn't know that it's coming to fruition. Or is it? What did you
Yeah, the
hear?
primate studies, as far as I've heard, are going very well. So it's looking very good for translation into humans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Angela,
Yes. Oh my goodness.
you might
We'll
have a
see.
decision to make.
Ish.
You're gonna be a genetically modified transhuman.
Maybe. Gosh, can you imagine?
Yeah, if she's hitting that wall and getting to about 50, the Yamanaka factors will
Push me.
shatter that wall.
I might even be lower than that now.
Yeah,
I haven't had my blood tested lately. Yeah,
yeah, she needs a new blood test.
I do. I do like the DEXA scans too. I meant to mention that early. That's a very interesting.
Yeah, the rapamycin trial seems to have improved her DEXA scan results
A lot, a lot.
in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I
All
meant
right.
to
So
just wanted to tell you about that.
more muscle, less fat, both,
And more bone density.
and more
Yeah,
bone.
more bone
I'll
density.
be right back.
Go ahead. Yeah, that was important to me. The bone density thing, and it gets better and better every time I have a scan. So that's excellent.
But the more muscle did happen.
Yeah, the muscle is good. I actually was like super, super skinny the first time I did the DEXA scan, and then I actually filled out a little bit more and I got more muscle. I went back into the gym, pretty hardcore again. And yeah, it's great. I'm like at an A minus on the DEXA scan. Um,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
I'm planning on hitting just a straight A, but I'm still very, very high, in the upper 90s. So it's great.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that's another thing that we do. I do.
Let's move on to lifestyle first. So perhaps let's start with sleep. You just told me that you had like a really, I guess, hectic life because you were a musician and you had to
Yes.
stay awake all night. So how's that going now?
Ugh, I don't sleep that great. I don't sleep as long as I would like to sleep. But when I do go to sleep, I'll put in a good 6 hours. I'd like to sleep longer, but and I'll stay up till it's like really late till I'm finally tired enough and then I'll just, sleep. Yeah, I don't know. My sleep really isn't that great. I don't know why.
She wakes up
I
fully energetic, however.
Yeah, I
She's
do.
got some kind of mitochondrial efficiency that other people don't have.
Yeah, I never have problems waking up. I'm always wide awake, and I don't feel tired all day long. Like some people, oh my god, I only slept 4 hours. It doesn't matter to me how much I sleep. I always
Do you use
feel
trackers?
no.
Uh,
I
uh-huh.
No, she never has, but
never have.
it would be interesting. I need a cup of coffee when I wake up.
Well, I like to have coffee when I wake up, but it's not like I
But
need
yeah,
it.
but she can get right to work even without it.
I eventually do that today. Yeah, I really don't. I don't have a problem. Like I'm never really tired. Knock wood. I'm not tired. I think.
What about your peers? People who you, well, I guess went to high school with. Are they still with us?
Not everybody. No, I've lost there's a lot of people that are gone. The thing with me is I moved to Florida, so I got lost touch with so many of my friends. And the few close friends I've had here they're all already all gone. It's crazy. I pretty much hang with my sister. I do some acting and modeling as
You have
well.
musician friends.
And I have musician friends there, so it's not like close friends. But I mean, I've even lost musician friends. I mean, even Devin's dad. I mean, he was only 65. It's like, ugh, too young. But I'm busy. The other day I had to take what was that 60 pictures of myself for a an acting job, and then I've done TV commercials, and so I'm busy. If I'm not singing, I'm doing this acting thing. So it's hard for me to have like close friends. So I usually, if I have to go somewhere, I'll grab my sister and let's.
She's not going to know about their sleep quality.
Yeah, no, my sister has terrible sleep quality though. My sister's she's 3 years younger than me. And, yeah, I guess some nights if she doesn't take an Ambien to go to sleep, she doesn't sleep.
Any
Just
what?
an Ambien.
Ambien
It's
medication.
it's medication, or Zopedium, or however they pronounce it.
And
And
she needs sleep aids.
and what is the other thing of, the bottle?
You're talking
Melatonin.
about melatonin.
Melatonin.
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah, she'll take melatonin. I'll take melatonin. I've have Ambien just in case I can't sleep at all, but I try to stay away from it. And so I'll take a melatonin here and there. Yeah, I don't caffeinate myself at all. I don't eat a lot of sugar either, so I can't even say it's a sugar buzz because I'm not a big sweet eater.
You moved on to your diet, so perhaps you can tell me in a more structured way.
My
Nutrition.
diet. In the morning I don't know. I'll eat cereal sometimes if I feel like it. Oatmeal or oat bran or once in a while I'll have an egg. I eat salmon. I'll eat salmon for lunch, salmon for dinner, depending. I guess I'm more pescatarian, I think, more than anything.
Yeah,
Um,
not a lot of meats except fish.
no, I eat carrots, like snacks. I'm not
She has a very rich diet with many different things.
Yeah.
I tend to eat the same thing every day.
Yeah, I stick to the Mediterranean diet, I think, more than anything. Because I'm Italian, and that's the way I grew up. So that's pretty much how I eat. I don't eat I don't eat hardly ever red meat. I'm not a red meat person. I eat chicken out of necessity because every once in a while my protein level will go down. So it's like I gotta eat chicken, and I hate chicken. I don't, I don't like chicken. Turkey I eat at Thanksgiving only.
A lot of lentils.
I eat a lot of lentils. I love lentil soup. Yeah, that's about it. That's my diet really in a nutshell every day.
She doesn't have meals. She just kind of spreads it out
I do. I
over
don't.
the course of the day.
Yes, I don't like have a big dinner. I don't eat. I never do that to myself. I just eat all the time.
I eat all at once, basically.
Yeah, I eat a lot of small meals all day long.
Well, it seems to me you're not like, well, definitely not counting calories and macros and
Me?
micros.
Oh God, no, I don't. No, I don't count calories. But with the kind of food that I eat, you don't really have to count calories because I'm not really eating anything. I don't eat tons of carbs, and then I go to the gym and I work out for 2 hours. I'm more on the thin side, I guess.
I'm the
Uh,
one who does the intermittent fasting, so I try to keep all of my eating to a 4-hour window
Yeah.
every day.
So which 4 hour are you eating?
Well, I wake up in the afternoon, so I eat between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Uh-huh.
And then I work through the night.
He eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner right when he wakes up. It's crazy.
So, but then you don't eat before you go bed at all.
No,
Wow. Okay. How are you even able to do that?
He's
well, I don't
crazy.
feel like eating when I'm driving at all, so it keeps me, you know, not thinking about food. And then when I get home, I'm tired, so
And then
I go to bed.
you go to the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I also, yeah, I do take a break and go to the gym between 1 and 3 a.m.
Nice.
And then because I drive for a living, so I drive another couple hours after the gym as well, and then I turn in for the night, and that keeps me going to the gym
You turn in for the day.
for the night.
You come in at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
It's 6
it's
o'clock in the morning.
technically morning, yes,
It's morning.
but
I
I
mean,
work out 4 days a week or 4 nights a week.
Oh, what do you drive?
I drive a Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
For
Oh, so you're
for
Uber. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that must be fun. Uber driver at night, yeah. We didn't talk about a couple of things just yet, but I can already see that You are very different from most of my guests so far.
Oh, no, are we really?
Yeah, you
In what
are.
way?
Like they tend to be much more religious about what they are eating, when and how.
Yeah.
What about the supplement stuff?
Yeah, the supplements I'm religious about, but not yeah, but and eating I do stick within the 4-hour window.
If you see the cabinet that we have in the kitchen, the whole thing
Yeah,
is
we have very comprehensive supplement
two
collection.
drawers right next to my bed are full of vitamins.
Yeah.
It's
But
ridiculous.
yeah, intuitive eating is what I call what she does. That's for sure.
What about supplements? What are you taking? You're not taking too many, but then I would assume the things that you're taking actually you are convinced about. So what are they?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Well, pharmaceuticals first, I think, because those are the most important ones that
Right,
we
those
take.
are the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, so rapamycin, you've spoken about many times. We've both been taking it for about 3 years. Metformin, we've both been taking for much longer.
I like metformin.
So people hear not that great things about metformin lately. Are you following these I don't know, science-based YouTubers who are starting to come out against metformin, that it didn't pan out the way that we really thought it would? Not really.
I don't experience any side effects from it, and I seem to have only benefits so far, so until it's confirmed, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I don't want it to distract me.
I have to say that because I'm not a huge sweet eater, metformin is for diabetics. I won't take metformin every day because if I haven't gotten enough carbs or if I haven't had any sugar in my diet at all, I really don't need it because it'll drop my
She's more at risk of
it-
hypoglycemia
yeah,
than I am.
drop my sugar level too much. But for longevity purposes, I take it, every once in a while. But
I take it twice a day.
yeah, well, you eat a lot more than
Yeah.
I do.
I think I have the calorie intake to sustain that.
So that, but everything else I'll take because empagliflozin works with the salt,
The kidneys, yeah.
and the
I
sodium.
never
And that
heard of that.
That's Jardiance.
is
It's
it the
generally to reduce your blood sugar and your blood pressure at the same time.
the sodium.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Okay.
so that's that. And then we take a slew of vitamins, vitamins.
And then I also take pioglitazone. She doesn't take pioglitazone because the side effects
Don't
are
know what that is.
that's another diabetes drug. And actually it was researched by the same person who got metformin approved in the United States.
Mhm.
And he recommends it highly. It's at the top of his longevity intervention list.
Can you spell it out?
It's Pioglitizone, I think. Pioglitazone.
Well,
Yeah, so that also reduces your blood sugar and it actually makes you more sensitive to insulin. So it's an insulin sensitizer.
oh yeah.
So that's a metabolic age reverser, I would say. And that's
Another
been my
thing,
experience of it.
like rapamycin, that you cannot really get unless you're living in a place like you guys.
You should be able to. He should be able to get rapamycin.
I don't know what the rules are in Europe
Oh.
for ordering it.
In Europe, you're not allowed to do anything at all, anywhere.
You can come and visit here for a minute.
Yeah, I guess you could travel and pick it up.
Yeah, well, we can pick it up from a darknet market. So the 3 pharmaceuticals. What else?
Yeah, and then I take the fourth one, and I do want to emphasize pioglitazone because that's my favorite out of the four of them. I feel like you get the most energy out of it because it's actually a mitogenic. It increases mitochondria count.
Okay. Are you
That's
measuring it?
actually when I started working out. It was after I started taking it. It made me feel like I should work out. Like it gave me the extra energy every day to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I didn't like it.
It does cause water retention, so
Yeah,
that can be a problem for some people.
I don't like that feeling.
How's that a problem? That sounds like something good.
Yeah, it works great for him.
Yeah, I don't experience anything uncomfortable from it. It's
And I
all
don't.
good.
I don't.
And also, her insulin's about as low as it can get, so her insulin sensitivity doesn't need to be any higher.
And I can go to the gym without having to take a pill to feel like going to the gym.
So
I don't have a
it
problem
helps
with
to
that.
catch me up to her level.
It causes water retention in a way that the carbohydrate is binding to the carbs are binding to the hydrate part, the water. That's what you mean? Like more carbs in your keeps more carbs in your body, or
No,
how?
I think it has to do with the sodium. It's affecting your sodium retention in some way.
Okay.
But it's a good thing because it makes you look youthful, it fills your
Yeah, you have
fluid
more
up and
fluid but also
and
more fat because it actually causes a subcutaneous fat growth. So it'll actually redistribute your fat from the viscera to the subcutaneous. So that can be good too. And then also in terms of important supplements, I would put Gotu Cola and omega-3s, of course, at the top of my list. I always take those.
and berberine is good.
And I added berberine recently, so I should have no blood sugar, but I eat so much in the 4 hours that I guess I can handle it.
Yeah, berberine is pretty standard in these circles. And fish oil, of course. Everyone's taking fish oil in the world.
CoQ10
CoQ10, yeah.
is another one.
Goku Cola. I did take for a very long time, hoping to increase my telomeres or something, but I just forget about it. Forget to order at one point and stopped.
It makes my skin nice too. That's another thing. I can feel that. Yeah, I take over 1,000 milligrams a day.
I don't remember how much I was taking.
Yeah,
All
after
right.
just a few weeks, I noticed the difference, and it's stark difference. My skin gets so much nicer, so then I continue to take it. And if I run out, I'll notice because it will start to. Yeah, there's like extra hyaluronic acid. It produces endogenous hyaluronic acid.
Ah, okay, nice. Do you take hyaluronic acid?
I also say hyaluronic acid. Yeah, extra.
What about you, Angela? What are you taking? What else are you taking other than the?
I take all of
I
that.
take a lot for your eyes.
Yeah, I take astaxanthin, zeaxanthin, lutein for my eyes, but I take the same vitamins that you take though. Oh, I just added GABA. I added GABA and I added nitric oxide because I was reading articles about the brain, you know, and I figured,
It's a beetroot complex for nitric oxide.
right. Yeah, it's not really it's beetroot really. But it really helps with keeping you sharp, I think. I think it works pretty well.
Oh yeah, also Huperzine A. We both take Huperzine A.
Hope is another thing for brain health. What else? Like I take so much. I take vitamin D, of course, vitamin D3. I don't take vitamin C. I know people take a lot of vitamin C, but
She's sensitive to it.
for some reason, and when I was younger too, I'd be, oh, take vitamin C. I would feel like I got like an instant cold every time I took vitamin C. Like, wait a minute, wasn't that to prevent colds? So I've always stayed away from vitamin C. I don't eat a lot of. I don't eat, actually don't eat a lot of oranges, and I love grapefruit. I love oranges, but I sort of stay away from it because I'll get canker sores, and so it's almost like a weird allergy. But I don't truthfully, I don't even eat a lot of fruit. You would think that, it would be great for you, but I don't really think fruit's really I think it's a little more highly rated than it really helps.
Yeah, it's a
Apple
lot of sugar.
apples are good, although now they're saying there's something weird in the apple skins.
Yeah, apple skins are often toxic.
I was eating bananas for the potassium, but I take potassium, so yeah, I'm not a big fruit eater. Go figure.
Yeah, I have more fruit than she does. I eat a banana and an apple every day with breakfast.
Right. Unless I decide to have cottage cheese, then I'll eat a little bit of fruit with it. But I don't eat cottage cheese very often either. And you eat yogurt. I don't eat a lot of yogurt either. I should eat.
Yeah, that's my standard breakfast is yogurt with some fruit.
I get the probiotics, or is it prebiotics? I eat sauerkraut.
Yeah.
They say that the probiotics, that the vinegary things are very good for you, and I love sauerkraut, so I throw that into my diet. Yeah, I don't know what else. What else is all vitamins? We have a gazillion vitamins.
Yeah, I take things for mitochondrial health, so that seems to be
Quercetin.
my school of thought is to try to CoQ10. But then I also take Cissus, which is an unusual supplement, but bodybuilders take Cissus, but it sort of forces connective tissue to heal.
Yeah, I would.
Cissus quadrangularis. I started taking that because I had hurt my knee in my teens, and it wasn't healing, and I heard that was a connective tissue healer, so I started taking it for about 6 months, and my knee's actually completely healed, and I continue to take it at a low dose.
It'll help you back.
Yeah, so I actually hurt my back recently, and my chiropractor was like, "Oh, it'll be $100 a session. We'll do shockwave," and I said, I'll do it myself." And I've been taking extra Cissus and just making sure my posture is good, working out a slightly different way, and it's almost completely healed.
I just recently bought creatine. I didn't know if you.
Yeah, she's trying creatine, but I'm
gonna-
telling her to alternate it because it might activate mTOR.
Yeah, well, I haven't done it yet.
So we're timing it with her rapamycin dose.
Yeah, I only did it once so far. But we try stuff. You did the shark cartilage for a little bit, but it was big nothing. I'm trying to what else. Oh, the cherries.
Always
Berries.
take tart cherry for uric acid.
That's another thing.
For
Trying to,
sleep,
which
It also is good for sleep, right?
they say.
they say that GABA is good for sleep too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, what about that other one that you take for energy? Glycine.
Yeah, glycine makes me
Glycine.
feel good. I take a couple scoops of that every day.
DHA,
I take a DHEA,
THEA.
but that's only weekdays. Certain things I leave off for the weekend because that's my rapamycin day. So it's any type of anabolic, what I think of as anabolic supplements, I'll leave off on the weekend so that I give my body a break while it's doing the rapamycin.
And then I have that power. What is that power supplement that has the lysine and
It's an amino acid. Yeah.
all the amino acids?
Guys, we both take a lot of lysine because we both used to get mouth sores a lot, and that was actually one of the first supplements I took as a child was lysine to prevent that.
Yeah, it really does work. But I take a lot of the amino acids before I go to the gym for working out, and that's about it. I guess there's more, but
Yeah, there's definitely more. I
there's
take a
more.
lot of herbal supplements like milk thistle, just like supportive things.
Yeah.
Hepatoprotectant.
A what?
Oh, milk thistle is a hepatoprotectant, but
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
shield my liver from all the other things I'm taking.
Right.
Yeah, then I say
Yeah.
I even take hair vitamins sometimes, like periodically, because I have this super long hair. See, and it keeps it really healthy. I'll take like saw palmetto or you know things like that for the hair.
Oh, what's up with your hair and your eyes? It looks like you're not wearing like you have long hair. You're not wearing glasses. Like those things are really hard to protect. You know.
Yeah, well, that's why I take all kinds of eye vitamins and stuff. And
I'm
vitamins.
worried about losing my eyesight too. I take a lot of things for eyes, including bilberry.
Oh yeah, I take bilberry too. That may help you to see at night.
Yeah, I need that.
Blueberry.
Bilberry.
Bill.
BIL. Bilberry.
Yeah.
What?
It's similar to blueberry, but it's less sugar
Bilberry.
and it has more helpful compounds for eyes.
But it's a fruit or a supplement.
It's an herbal supplement. It's a powder, but it comes from bilberries, which look like blueberries.
What about working out? What do you do when you work out? Yeah, what kind of workout do you do and how much?
I try to go. I would go every day if I could, but like today, I have to go work on that lady's patio. Sometimes I'll go in there and I'll go right to the treadmill because I'm just not really ready to work out yet. So I try to stay at the very minimum is 30 minutes. That's the least I'll stay on the treadmill. I like to walk at least and run. I walk and run 3 miles.
How fast?
So, well, if I'm running, I do like 4.6, 4.7, and then I'll drop it back down to like 3.6 for a while, and then I just get a comfortable 3.3, and I just walk at a nice little clip. But I raise the incline a lot, a lot. I mean, I'm climbing uphill because I have to burn the calories, and I want to burn it in a shorter amount of time. Then I get off and I do legs. I do presses, and then I do abductors.
Adductors.
Yeah, mostly this way. And then so where I finish working my I don't do a heavy on the legs because if you do too much blood's going down into your legs and then you get dizzy and I can't do anything else. So on a day that it's not really my leg day, I just do that. That's it. On a leg day, I'll go on what's the machine that goes like this? And your legs go up and down this way with the bar over here.
Mhm.
Then I do the one for the calves. And then
quads.
I'll do all legs. But on a day where I'm working toward the arms, I just do that. And then I go over and I do pull downs this way, pull downs behind my back. I do the ones from back here that go this way, like this. I'm not naming off each machine.
She had a personal trainer as a husband for a while, so she has it all down.
Yeah, then I'll go to the free weights, and I'll do the chest. I'll do over my head. I do the skull crackers or whatever they used to call that, skull crackers. Then I'll go in the other room and I'll be on the king's chair and I pick my legs up and down for abs. I do that like 3 sets of
Yeah, her abs are
abs.
more impressive than mine.
Yeah, I have actually have a 6-pack. And then I go on. There's another thing where you slide your legs up and down to do your abs. Newly, I've been jumping at home. I've been jumping up and down because I noticed that I don't really jump very often. I mean, older people don't jump. There's like no reason to ever jump. So I'm going to get a jump rope too, and I'm going to jump up and down.
She doesn't believe me that the rapamycin is making a difference, and she's buying a jump rope.
Yeah, I just love it. You know, I try all the machines at the gym. Some of them I don't feel like even do very much, so I just stay away from them. I do the ones that I feel help me the most. And then I do the triceps.
Yep.
And there's that machine where you do the push downs like
Mm.
this, and I'm up to 80 pounds now back on the back of my arms, which is pretty good for me since I'm only 5'2". And 5'2", like 114 pounds, and I'm doing 80 pounds on my arms. It's crazy. But I love it. I love it. I'm out of there. I mean, you see how I talk now? You should see me when I come out of the gym. You can't even understand me. I talk so fast.
And then I go Monday through Thursday.
Monday to Thursday,
Yep. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body.
You do it separate?
1 a.m.
1 or 3 a.m. depending. I use it as a take a break from work. And then I also do a lot of stability balance training. Like I'll be standing up on my toes on one foot while doing the weights, things like that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to work into my exercises. Balance training.
It makes things more fun for sure. What about, we talked a lot about what you do, but I'm wondering what you do not do. Do you have any bad habits, let's say smoking, marijuana, drinking, whatever, something like this that might hold you back?
Yeah, we don't
really
have a lot of vices.
do
Yeah.
anything. I mean, I'll have a glass of wine sometimes.
Yeah.
Red wine.
I'll drink socially with my partners downtown or something.
I was never a wine drinker, but I found Cabernet Sauvignon, and it was like the first wine that I really liked. So every once in a while, I'll have that if I'm going out or socializing or whatever, but not
Yeah, not frequently enough.
no, too many calories anyway. That's like a wasted calorie to me, even though I don't calorie count. That's like, I don't know.
Yeah, very, very rarely. And then also, I don't, people are talking about whether or not the sun has more benefit than detriment. I work at night as to avoid the sun most of the time. But
Vitamin D.
I do, take vitamin D. My vitamin D is actually too high according to my doctor, but I'll leave it where it is. And then I do the red light therapy often.
Uh-huh.
So I still get plenty of red light.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have a very similar strategy here because I'm not really going outside as well. So I was thinking, all right, so what are the lights that I need that I can maybe mimic all the properties of the sun?
Yeah, without the UV.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't convinced if we really need the UV, even if it's UVB or A. I don't know which one is the safer one. Well, I wasn't convinced if we really need that part from the sun, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, how about your environment? Like, do you spend time on trying to engineer your environment in a way that, well, let's say buying lights, those are red lights on the full spectrum of the sun with the exception of the UV, and or cleaning the air? Some Do you do this kind of environmental engineering, or that's just not what you care about at all?
I have a basic air purifier in my bedroom.
And you have you do the angel thing at the gym.
Yeah, the gym has a red light therapy machine. So
You go inside it's a full body.
yeah, that's nice. And then I also have one over my bed. It's very simple. It's not top of the line or anything, but I turn it on when I wake up, so it
Yeah, I have the same thing in my room.
helps me to be ready.
I also have the belt. I have a belt that you can put on your waist, or it's good. It keeps your body. If there's anything, it's a healing thing as well. Funny. It was funny. I was thinking about. I was working in my backyard. I put in a whole patio in my backyard. I mean, it's huge. It goes the entire length of the whole downstairs of my house. I did that. It took me 2 years by myself because the bricks were like 30 pounds a piece. And I did the whole thing alone. So I spent a lot of time outside. I mean, I had sunscreen on, sunglasses, whatever. And then I go to the doctor and she tells me my vitamin D is a little bit low. I was like, are you serious? I spend so much time outside, like I said, covered up.
Yeah, so I think it's better to supplement.
So yeah, so that's about when I started doing the vitamin D supplements because after that, I mean, I don't go normally. I don't go outside, but
Yeah, the super centenarian from Spain who passed away recently supposedly had very efficient mitochondria. I really think if anyone's listening that they test hers as well because her energy is insane. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, you can feel that from this conversation for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't seem a little hyper.
I strive to have her level of energy in my 30s, you know?
Uh-huh. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, you don't look 38 either.
No.
Yeah, the pheno age said 26, and my epigenetic test always says I'm about 30. So I'm somewhere, maybe 28.
Which test?
I do True Me Labs. It's inexpensive. I have a subscription,
Mhm.
and it always says 30, 30, 30, 30, no matter how much time passes. So I try to keep it right there.
So
Yeah, that's interesting because that's not quite common with epigenetic tests that they don't really keep it.
It's actually gone down each time I've taken it slightly by a few months.
Nice, nice. The Angela, did you do any epigenetic tests?
What did they use for your study? I think it was Grim Age that they used for the Pearl trial, and was it 59?
yeah, I think 56 was the first.
Yeah, it went from some age in the 50s to a lower age in the 50s over the course of the study.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. That was a while ago. I need to do another one of those.
Grimage
Wait,
is the most correlated with the all-cause mortality, so that's arguably the best clock. Is there anything that's like that you need to apply a lot of willpower to try to stay healthy? I guess that's not your food, right? People usually say that that's the hardest part.
I just, yeah, try to fix my diet.
Yeah,
That's what everybody always says.
the only thing is filling up my pill planner every week. That's the most,
Stressful.
arduous thing that I have to do because I feel like if your habits take too much willpower, they're probably not going to be long-term sustainable. It's better to keep it in a comfortable range, something that is attainable for long periods of time.
I can't think of anything that I would want to do to make myself, do something better. I mean, I feel like I do everything to.
Yeah, it's natural for you is what it is.
Yeah, I've always been like this.
Yeah.
I've gotten a little bit late. I don't really wear makeup anymore. I used to wear face makeup all over. I don't even do that anymore. I just gotten kind of lazy, but I do just, I always take good care of myself. That's it.
Yeah, I,
It's
I don't
easy.
I don't use any skin treatments or anything like that either. I just
No.
because it's too much of a time sink for me to have to do all these little individual habits, and I feel like I get more benefit from taking the go-to cola than if I were to use a moisturizer
Mm.
and buy extra moisturizing products or something like that. It's a lot easier for me to build it into my diet and my supplements.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually more concerned with. I don't really even care if my face looks older or whatever. I'm 71 years old, but I have to feel good. As long as I'm healthy and I'm strong and I'm good. I can move my mattress by myself. That kind of thing. Yeah, but that's all I care about. I don't have to fix up except when I go out.
Yeah,
If I have to go sing or whatever, I got
yeah,
to.
she doesn't think about the things that she does. You know what I mean? It's all a habit and natural, and so it's not willpower. It's
Right. So to answer your
hence
question, we don't really do anything like I guess your regular people like
yeah,
you
the
talk.
lifestyle is already there. It's
Okay, so you don't need a lot of willpower or discipline to
No.
get yourself into healthy habits, but what about some extra stuff that people don't usually do? Like you mentioned red light therapy, right? But is there anything else that you do
For health reasons.
for health, like hyperbaric chambers or
You went in one of those chambers.
Yeah, I don't have access to it regularly, but I have used them several times whenever the opportunity arises.
Yeah.
I would like to have one in the house, of course. Just
Oh, jeez.
they're a bit
that would be great.
expensive.
No, I don't know. I don't think I like that.
She's too claustrophobic.
I don't
Use
like
them.
that. I don't like being closed in to anything. Wild.
Yeah, I think she's too hyperactive, is what it is.
Just in general, I'm wondering what you guys think about this notion, this emerging sport of longevity.
You're the longevity expert, Devin. I go along for the ride. He says, "Mom, you should take rapamycin." Okay, so I took rapamycin. I am getting more. When I went to Radfest, I did learn a lot more. I really was falling behind with the knowledge, but he's like an expert. So
Well, I think it's a good focus to have. It's less destructive than other sports, that's for sure. It's the opposite of destructive.
that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. There was a guy, oh my God, I read like hundreds of hours of his books and stuff on the internet, and I can't remember his name. Paul Ingram, of course. Okay, I was blanking out. So there is Paul Ingram. He's the writer of painscience.org, and he came to the show and talking with longevity athletes. And whenever whenever he was talking with the longevity athlete, he started to give the normal advice that if you know that you're running for 3 kilometers and after 3 kilometers your feet is starting to hurt, then you probably shouldn't really go further with that. But because you're an athlete, you probably will. Oh, but because you're a longevity athlete, then I can tell you to not even start running. So 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 he was able to like change his entire like usual advice, and you can see his thought process that, oh, I'm talking to a longevity athlete, so his goals are not like a normal athlete who's like trying to be still doing the sport despite bad health outcomes. But he can actually just say, hey, don't do that, do something else, right? But where did you even hear about this? I'm wondering.
That would be you, Devin. Where did you hear about it originally, the longevity stuff?
Man,
Yeah. The Church of Perpetual Life?
Yeah, it might have been. I can't remember where I saw it originally. Maybe it was a Facebook advertisement, something like that.
Really?
Because I heard of other
didn't even know that.
longevity competitions and things like that, but this is the one that I actually looked most into. So that's why we're involved.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. It may have been a Perpetual Life. It may have been a podcast. I saw it a bunch of times before I finally entered you into it.
She took the 4th place, and no one ever come close to it since then.
And she needs to do an update because I think she
Yeah.
probably has better markers now than months ago.
Yeah,
Right.
like the season is ending this year, so hurry up because there is pretty good money on the line, right?
Yeah, she
Oh,
can
yeah,
bump
that's-
up to 3rd place. Yeah, but to your point earlier about performance, people who value performance over longevity have a completely different set of priorities because they want to perform in a certain window of time, try to get maximum output out of their body, and then, long term they're not thinking about their joints and things like that, all the long term damage of the short term performance.
This is a very unique sport, that's for sure. The final question, I ask this from everyone. Angela, what's
Yes.
one thing you strongly believe to be the case, but very few people agree with you on?
What controversial opinion about health do you have?
About health, you mean?
Anything?
Anything?
And that most people don't agree with me on?
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know. I think taking supplements is probably a big thing because a lot of people don't even believe in that. My sister and my brother-in-law, he takes a lot of supplements, she does not. And she's like, I can't believe I'm still standing here because I don't take anything.
Meanwhile, her health
But
is in
meanwhile,
decline.
her health is terrible. Where my brother-in-law is actually pretty healthy. I mean, I think supplements are a great thing that a lot of people just don't really believe in them and don't care about taking them. And I think it's an important thing to do every day and eat well. I mean, everybody should be eating better. Sugar, God, everybody eats so much sugar and fats. Like makes me crazy how much fat people eat.
She still tries to limit fat intake.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And my opinion is that protein, fat, and carbohydrates is kind of a hard thing to separate because not all of the things within those categories behave the same way. So it's kind of a silly way of breaking it down because there's so many subcategories you have to worry about. Or then different amino acids within proteins have different effects, so it's not like you can just have a lot of protein and expect some kind of singular result because you're getting a whole complex variety of things. So I actually try to pay attention to mTOR activation because of the rapamycin. I feel like it's best to have anabolic days and catabolic days, so I try to break up my food accordingly. I try not to have too many mTOR activating things during my rapamycin period, so I get actual maximum benefit from it, because I feel like I'm just sending a bunch of mixed signals to my body and wasting my money on the rapamycin if I don't give it some isolation diet.
True.
Yeah, in a dietary sense.
Right. There is this if it fits my macros philosophy, which I probably subscribed to before I started this longevity channel. But now that you're pointing out that I'm starting to be much more nuanced about it's not just protein, fat, and carbs, but the subtypes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew everything already, now I'm just more aware of that. No.
Because there's fat
Scratching the surface.
there's fats that are good for you, fats that are bad for you. There's
Yeah.
complex carbs, which are probably better than bad fats, and people will use reductionism to allow themselves whatever kind of diet fits the macro philosophy.
And what about these people that always eat out, like McDonald's,
Yeah, that's
and
another.
Burger King, Taco Bell? How could you do that? I tried a burger one time for a long time ago. I hadn't had a Big Mac, and I just felt like I was eating a salt patty. It was disgusting.
That's very interesting. I want to hear about that. Okay, so how can you find a burger disgusting? Like, I want to adopt that mindset. So please
Oh,
explain
you like burger?
to me.
It's what how my sister puts it. When she wants to go out for a hamburger, she goes to the Brass Ring Pub because it's charbroiled hamburgers on the grill.
More like
When
a
she
real
goes to
hamburger.
McDonald's or Burger King, she's going for McDonald's. She calls it, this is a McDonald's. It's not a hamburger. So that's how she differentiates it. Like that.
McDonald's food product.
Yeah, it's oh, let's have McDonald's, not let's go for a burger. Let's go for McDonald's because it's not a burger. I don't know what the heck it is. It's a terrible thing. If over the years, if I did get stuck because I'm starving, I would always get the fish anyway. I would never even eat the burger. And not that the fish is that great. It's in some dirty oil now. So I wouldn't even eat that anymore. But yeah, I don't know. People just, you have to train yourself. You know how long it took me to say, I hate bacon. It's disgusting. It's bad for you. It's horrible. Because when I was a little kid, my father ate bacon and eggs. So we ate bacon and eggs. And then when I found out how bad bacon was, I thought, oh my God, why am I eating this disgusting thing? And I kept telling myself it's horrible. And now I can't even stand the smell of it. I train myself to just hate it. And when you can do that, your mind can do that. You can make yourself dislike something. Even you can do it.
Negative, just constantly think of your negative associations whenever there's a food that you want to discontinue eating, and then eventually you'll associate them, and then you won't think about it anymore.
It does work.
Oh yeah,
Seriously.
speaking of which, my sister, although her diet is bad and she doesn't take supplements, she's a behaviorist, so she has a lot of good recommendations around that sort of thing.
Does she apply to herself?
Not in the diet category, she just doesn't value it. That's the problem. You got to have the priority first, and then you can apply these techniques to actually obtain your goals. But she has good,
Sure.
yeah, she has good advice for training dogs and things like that. But no, she doesn't apply it personally. But I still can learn from her advice.
Can I ask you a question? How old are you?
34.
You do have a baby face. I couldn't guess it. I wouldn't have been able to guess.
Well, look, I was a Bitcoin developer for like 10 years, and
Bitcoin.
developers, like they sustain themselves on pizza and stuff. And I'm really changing my life around in this longevity space. So a few more years and I'm gonna have a Greek god body for sure.
Sure. Keep working on it.
Definitely.
All right, then.
It was really great to get to know you guys. It's a very cheerful family here. So thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for asking us.
And have a good day.
Thanks.
Yes, you too.
Have
Bye.
a good night.